is attached to single whip. Actually, all the movements are attached. But to get out of grasping of the bird's tail, we're going to have to do a single whip. Okay? And single whip, unlike single whip, is like white crane, is like flanker loot, because it is what? How many? One position or one form. Whereas parting of the horse's mane, you do it 3 times. It's not just one form. All right? Parting of the horse's mane is grasping of the bird's tail is like parting of the horse's mane. Okay? So refresh our memory. We're on a T-step. When we part the horse's mane, our heel comes out, our hand comes out, we part the horse's mane. We sit back, we come out, we hold our ball, we put out our heel, we start out our hands, we serve or open up our flower. We sit back and we do it 3 times. We part the horse's mane like this. Now, today when we learn grasping of the bird's tail, you will see similarities, but a little bit more. So when we do grasping of the bird's tail, we're on a T-step. Watch first. The heel comes out. This is called a ward-off. You notice that the palm of my hand continues to stay facing me until it takes a little flip and the bottom hand meets it. So those are my key words. I pull down, I pull back, I look back, I turn first, square first, meaning my hips and my waist are square to my outward foot. Then I apply pressure at my wrist. I separate, I sit back, I push up and forward. Unlike any other movements that we've learned, grasping of the bird's tail is done on 2 sides. So we just finished our left side. We're going to take care of the right side. We start with a T-step. We come out just like parting of the horse's mane, except this is warding off. You're pushing your opponent off. You're flipping and pulling him down or pulling him back like a sparrow's tail. You're turning first, squaring first, then applying pressure to push him away from you. Separating your hands, sitting back, pushing up and forward. Same thing repeated 2 times, each on each side. To get out of grasping of the bird's tail, you're going to pivot your right foot, you're going to come. You're going to T-step, you're going to come. You're going to hook your back hand, look at it. The other hand, left hand, comes closer to your face, steps out for a single whip. Okay, so that's, how do you stay clear of 2 feet in the same line? Whenever you step out, it cannot be in the same plane. You'll have a problem. You'll have this problem and then a knee problem. So when you're on a step out movement, you have to come out, but you have to come to another plane. So you're going to have to step out this way. Not just step out this way, but step out to the side, away from the back foot, so that if you drag it over, you would never bump it. Okay? So in parting of the horse's mane and in our new movement is the same thing. All right? This is how it's done. And you look back. You turn, you square, then you apply pressure, as if the momentum from pulling back and looking back, when you reverse the motion, it only contacts when your hip squares to the outward foot, then you apply that pressure. And you use your energy and force to push it back out the opposite way, separating, sitting back. Now, I want to show you how to reach single. So this is my first grasping. This is my second grasping. This is another cup. Look at my backhand, I hook it. Left hand comes around towards my face. I step out just the way I copy my feet with my hand, and this is my single whip. The cupping becomes apparent, more apparent in the next movement, cup, and we do clap hands. Cup. So it's almost as if the movements we're learning today, right now, will give the viewer or yourself an alert or a heads up that something's coming on using this cup position. Okay, so that's why I want, that is a key word, and then we get out of clap hands with another what? What is this called? Single whip. Okay, so single whip occurs 2 times. One to get out of grasping of the bird's tail, and another time to get out of grasping of the bird's tail. Up with your heel away from the back foot, shifting your hands, palms facing, flipping and leaning, pulling down, pulling back, looking back, turn for a square, first apply pressure to push at your wrist, separate, sit back, push, up and forward, drop your left hand, pivot your left foot, T-step, right hand holds the bottom of your ball, hold on. Out with your heel, shift your hands, ward off, flip and meet, hold down, pull back. You're on your heel because that's the only way to sit back. Turn for a square, first apply pressure to the wrist to push, separate, sit back, push, up and forward. Drop your right hand, pivot your right foot, cup. T-step, cup. Look at your backhand, hook it. Step out, away from the back foot, push, single whip. Okay? So this time we're doing the last, you're looking at the road, you're doing, you're pushing out, okay? Everybody push out. Drop your right hand, pivot your right foot, cup. You should be looking at me or looking at the parking lot. Are your hands looking like this? The right hand is cupped. The left hand is still palms facing outwards. Your right foot has pivoted, so it's in line with the parking lot at a 90-degree, right? Now, you're making that rotation. You're T-stepping. As you T-step, the left hand takes the cup. You look at your back hand, it hooks. Left hand comes closer to your face. It's turned so that the palms are outward, the heel is out. You push out, but your knee never goes beyond the toe. Neither does your hand go beyond your toe. It's in line, toe, knee, and hand, or palm. Drop your left hand, pivot your left foot, cup, rather one. This is palm hands. Out with your left foot, out with your left hand, ward off. Flip and meet. Can we try that over and over until we flip and meet at the same time? T-step. Out with your heel, out with your left hand, ward off, flip and meet. One more time. T-step. Out with your heel, out with your hand, ward off, flip, meet. Moving on. That distance that you have, keep it the same, equidistance. Pull down, pull back, look back. Now the top hand is higher. It turns and then it meets the wrist as it's square, so that your hips are square, then it pushes. Separates, sit back, push up and forward. Drop your left hand, pivot your left foot. Hold your ball, right hand on the bottom, on a T-step. Hold on. Out with your right heel, set up your right hand, roll it off, flip and meet. Hold down, pull back, you're on your heel because you're sitting back. Turn, square contact push, separate, sit back, push, up and forward. Drop your right hand, pivot your right foot, cup. Almost to the parking lot, looking at it. T-step, cup. Okay, hold on. T-step cup. Hold the back hand, left hand closer to your face. Step out, heel, hand, push, single whip. Align either palm, knee, toes. The hook hand is not a 90 degree, but a little bit more, maybe 100 degree, or 45 and a 50, whatever you want to, maybe that's better, 50. Okay? So now we look at the hands of our single whip. It's not tight, it's not loose, so it's not meeting each other, but it's medium, so that the four fingers are surrounded. Your thumb is surrounded by the four fingers, not clenched, but slightly touching. Okay? And rather than have it out here, it's hooked, so that there is a curve here in case. Okay? Now, where does it belong? Does it belong down here? It belongs slightly above shoulder level. Slightly above shoulder level. If it's shoulder level, then it's going to stick out this way. But because there's always a crux in your elbow, it's going to sit slightly above. All right? Now, so can you give me that? So, let's put our hand out here, straight out to the parking lot. You're facing the corner. I said slightly more than 45, so can you give me that position? Can you put your four fingers around your thumb? And can you touch them? Then can you bend your elbow? Okay, that's the part of the back hand. The left hand now comes out, and you're going to give me a Tai Chi walk, because right now your right foot is at a 45 degree angle. The left foot is on another line, 90 degrees. This is a heel. It's a heel, and it pushes outwards. This is single whip. The parameters of single whip are: back hand is slightly above shoulder level. It's hooked. Four fingers around the thumb. Your right foot is at a 45 degree angle. Your left foot is at a 90 degree. Your left hand, the palms are out, and there's a bend in the elbow. The palm, the knee, the toe are in line. Your weight is in the middle because your cable is keeping you from going forward that everybody wants to do. Okay? It's in the middle. So how can you check the middle? To check that you're in the middle, you have to have a straight back knee. It cannot have a buckle. The front foot has to be, the knee has to be bent. So no hands, what did I say? Right foot on the line, 45 degrees, because that's your back foot. 45 degrees always has to be your back foot in a stationary position. The front foot, what happens to be the left foot this time, is on a line at 90. To check your hand position, or your foot position first, you have to stretch out the back knee And you have to not extend your knee in the front beyond your toes. Once you have the correct stand that's comfortable and not too squishy, and that left foot has to be on the line. Oh, yeah, it's better. Then you know that your weight is in the middle and not favoring the front or favoring the back. This is wrong because I'm favoring my back because my knee is stretched out. The knee has to be stretched out only in the back, whereas the front left foot, the knee is bent but not beyond the toes. Then you get your left hand and you place it in line, knowing that there's a bend in the elbow, your fingers are soft, and you're holding a ball as if you grab a catch, okay? Fly ball. The left hand, you know that it cannot sit in a 45 degree. It has to be slightly more than that, and it has to have a bend in the elbow, and the hook has to be slightly above your shoulder. This is single grip, okay? Can you hold it so I can check you? T-step, left hand on the bottom. Grasping of the bird sting. Step out to the side, position your hand, ward off. Flip, meet. Pull down, pull back. You're on your heel, look back. Turn, square, contact, push. Separate. Sit back. Push up and forward. Drop your left hand, pivot your left foot. T-step. Hold your ball on a T-step. Grasping of the birds the other way. Out with your right heel, right hand, ward off. Flip and meet. Pull down, pull back, look back. Turn first, square first, then contact push. Separate, sit back, push up and forward. Drop your right hand, pivot your right foot, cup, T-step, cup, hook the back hand, left hand closer to your face, step out, single wrist. Okay, on our palate, chin down, glance ahead of us. Commencing form. Slowly drain the weight off your left foot, put it all in its right. Elevate your heel, bring it on its toe, then take it off the ground. Place it slowly, toe first down, shifting the weight 50-50, wrapping your hands to the middle of your thighs, bringing them both up as you take a deep breath in, using that back muscle, shoulder level, reversing the process, dropping your shoulder, tucking your wrist down, left hand, the bottom of the ball, below your navel, top hand, right hand. T-step. Targeting the horse's knee. Out with your heel, shift your hands, part the horse's mane. Sit back, 45, hold your ball, heel 90 degrees, shift your hand, stretch out your knee. Sit back, 45, hold your ball, heel and hands, part the horse's knee. Half step forward, hold your ball. Rotate your ball to the side, lift up your hand, pop your left hand, lift up your foot, set on his toes, right crane, stretch his wings. Drop your front foot, bisect your body, look back at your back hand that's higher. Bring it to your ear, set up your heel, set up your hand, turn your face. Sit back, 45. Look at your back hand. Bring it to your ear. Set up your heel, a hand. Turn your face. Brush your knee. Sit back, out. Look at your back hand. Bring it to your ear. Set up your heel, hand. Turn your face. Brush your knee. Half step forward. Sit back on your back foot. Rock your front foot. Lay your on your heel. Drop your front foot, open, lift, ear, toe, heel, pivot to the middle, push and pull. Pulsing of the monkey. Open, lift, ear, toe, heel, sit on hard your foot, knee in the middle, push and pull. Open, lift, ear, toe, heel, middle, push and pull. Fourth one, last one. Open, lift, ear, toe, heel, middle, push and pull. Pivot your right foot on its heel. Hold your ball in a T-step. Grasping of the bird's tail. Out with your heel away from the back foot. Palms facing, ward off. Flip, knee. Pull down, pull back, look back. Turn, square, contact at the wrist to push. Separate. Sit back. Push up and forward. Drop your left hand, pivot your left foot. Hold your ball on a T-step. Out with your heel away from the back foot. Ward off. Flip and meet. Pull down, pull back, look back. Turn first square, first apply pressure at your wrist to push. Separate shoulder width away, sit back, push up and forward. Drop your right hand, pivot your right foot, cup. T-step, cup. Look at the back hand, hook it. Left hand out with your heel, turn your palm, push out, keep your alignment. Stretch out the back knee. Drop your left hand, pivot your left foot, cup. Parameter